Hello YouTube, it's Vin here, and I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm gonna correct that by doing a review today, or tonight. Now, I have a little quick announcement. I might be doing a discography, and what a discography is outside of YouTube is just a band's body of work, everything that a band has done. In YouTube, Cover Killer Nation and So All About Music, two very awesome YouTube reviewer channels, they also do discographies, and basically in YouTube terms, it's reviewing every album that band has done, usually excluding EPs and live albums unless they feel like it. And I might be doing that for System of a Down, because System of a Down are one of the first bands I really loved when I was like a little bit younger, and they really, coming back to them now, they're even more interesting and unique, because I've listened to more music, so I might be doing a discography on them. But today, we're going to talk Hendrix. Specifically, we're going to talk Axis Bold as Love. Now, Axis Bold as Love is Jimi Hendrix Experience second LP that they released just months after they released All You Experienced, their groundbreaking debut. And Axis Bold as Love, in my opinion, is a way different album than All You Experienced. When you listen to All You Experienced, you get a lot of blues-influenced hard rock. You know, and there are songs like Hey Joe and The Wind Cries Mary and stuff like that that are a bit softer. But really, that's the kind of feel I get when I listen to All You Experienced. Axis is another story. Axis is a very, most of the time, pretty mellow, psychedelic, airy side to Hendrix's guitar playing. And I love that about this album. For example, If 6 Was 9. Really simple start, just a normal beat, you know, hi-hat, bass. And then after that kind of does its thing for a while, the song just cuts. And you hear really reverb vocals. And Jimi Hendrix is just talking about, like, you know, being yourself and being an individual and not copying people. And then this big wall of feedback comes over. And you hear what sounds like birds flying and chirping and this high-key singing, and it's just so much is going on, but at the same point, it's not harsh, it's not like it's too much, it's just really chill and kind of laid back, and most of the songs on this album take that kind of route. Another good example, Up From the Sky is one of my favorite Hendrix songs. There's barely any drumming, really, it's just sort of, you know, subtle taps on the rim of the snare, or maybe like a hi-hat open and close or something. It's tasteful, though. And then there's just this wah-wah drenched guitar. It's just going up and down, and just this wall of like wah-wah. And it's really almost sort of jazzy, and it's just great. So it's a lot less hard-hitting album. In fact, the only song in this album that really is hard-hitting is Spanish Castle Magic, which is one of Hendrix's most, I don't want to say well-known, but a pretty well-known song of his. So, yeah. Another thing is the album, like I think I already sort of touched on, is whimsical. Really whimsical. Songs like Castles Made of Sand. The guitar intro is so echoey, and it's just like bouncing and counter melodies, and it really helps to kind of set up this feeling you get when you listen to these songs. Production is great. The production on All You Experienced was rough. It was pretty rough. It was good production, but it had like a rough edge. And this album is more clean, but it fits the sound because there's a lot less distorted textures and a lot more clean textures, and that whimsical sound is really brought out because of the clean production. So production is great. Flow is also wonderful. Every song, excuse me, Every song goes from one to the next perfectly. There's no songs when you're like, okay, I don't really think that should be there, you know what I mean? Maybe they should have saved that for the end, or they should have put that, in the beginning of the album. There's none of that. Every song just goes perfectly. Ups and downs. There's songs like, again, Spanish Castle Magic that just kick you in the teeth. And then Wait Until Tomorrow comes next. Really chill, laid back kind of song. So it's like up and down, and that is what a flow is. So, perfect flow. Favorite song on this album is tough. Really, really, really tough. It's a tie between If 6 Was 9 and Axis Bold as Love. Now, really, I have 4 songs that kind of contend. And that would be If 6 Was 9, Axis Bold as... Bold as Love. There's no Axis in the title track, just Bold as Love, excuse me. Little Wing and Castles Made of Sand. 4 amazing songs. And it's hard for me to pick between those 4. But if I had to choose, it'd probably be Bold as Love and If 6 Was 9. Just because If 6 Was 9 is just such an epic. So much going on. It's a great song, and I really enjoy the lyrics, too. Contains his most famous quote, "I'm the one who's gonna have to die when it's time for me to die, so let me live my life the way I want to." Everyone always quotes that. Awesome song. And then Bold as Love, words can't even describe that song. When you first listen to it, it seems really simple, but when you really listen to the lyrics and hear what he's doing with the guitar, it's just magical. So I suggest if you're gonna look up any song from this album, make it be Bold as Love. Least favorite song, probably... It's hard, because I really do like all the songs, but if I had to really exclude one, I'd probably say the intro track, EXP. It's funny in the beginning. I'm not sure if it's Noel or Mitch, but they're interviewing Jimmy, but they're just giving themselves different names, and they're talking about, like, aliens, and it's kind of, like, weird. And then there's just this really harsh feedback for, like, a minute, and it totally works really well with Up From The Skies. It just segues into it, and it almost, like, if you just were to listen to Up From The Skies, it'd be like, good song. But when you hear EXP, that really harsh feedback segues into this really wah-wah drenched kind of, boom, 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 and it totally fits, and it sounds great. But it's just an intro track, so, nothing to really write home about, if, to use a kind of stupid phrase. So yeah, Axis Bold as Love. Masterpiece. Better than All You Experienced? Hard to say, but really, the album is wonderful. If you're trying to get into Hendrix, I started with All You Experienced, but I think this is just as good of a starting point, just because it's kind of easy to listen to. You know what I mean? It's a very easy album to get into. So yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm gonna give it a 9.8. 9.8, mostly because I don't think I'll ever give an album a 10, only because, or maybe I already did with either All You Experienced or Sgt. Pepper's, I'm not sure. But I just feel like there's no record that's perfect, but that's my own kind of personal preference. Thank you guys for watching. I'm almost at 30 subs. I need 2 more. So if anybody who watches this videos can give me a sub, I'd really appreciate it. Comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't like, share with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.